I'm Mademoiselle and Sasudisium Chanelwe. Welcome to another video. I feel great after my break. I did have a video posted that a lot of you guys already saw because you were on the membership. So let me just say shout out to all of you guys on the membership. Thank you so much for supporting me. Shout out to you if you're on the Patreon, or most importantly, shout out to you if you actually subscribe to all of my channels, all right? I've done a lot of Q&A videos over the years. If you guys really want to get to know me or whatever, I'm going to link that playlist down below. However, for this Q&A, I wanted to do more of like a spiritual-based one or like a Haitian-based one, because a lot of you guys always ask me different questions about being Haitian or like my spiritual journey, I guess, in a sense. And I was like, oh, we could do that for y'all. Let's just do it. So while we do that, we're actually going to go back to our roots, right? If you guys have been subscribed since like day one, right? If you're an OG, you would know that this channel actually started as a try channel. I was supposed to be trying different snacks from different countries and doing different like things. It was supposed to be like, I don't even know what direction I was going with, to be honest with you. But I am happy that now we talk more about spooky stuff, spiritual stuff, religion, crazy stories that pertain to religion, because honestly, that was not the intent. We talk about Haitian voodoo, politics, and folklore. And honestly, the original idea of this channel was to try snacks and stuff. So shout outs to Ceres Gourmet, who sent me this box of snacks. Like, it randomly came in the mail. I did not order this at all. And I was like, oh my God, let me just do this while we do a Q&A. So I really hope I like these, because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm very picky when it comes to food, as many of you guys have seen over the years. Like, I've made so many videos talking about the foods that I eat, the foods that I don't eat, especially when it comes to Haitian food. And a lot of people be trying to hate on me because it's like, I don't eat banan, I don't eat legume. But then it's like, I love soupin, I love kalalu. And people be like, how the hell does that make sense? Like, you eat all the shit that nobody likes. So I have different taste buds, right? So before we even get into the first thing, I'm just going to pull a random thing out, which is going to be a topic etude. Okay. Shout outs to all of my Turkish people, right? Like, a lot of you guys do be following me from Turkey, and I appreciate your support so much. Please do not take it like personally if I don't like your snacks. I don't even like most Haitian snacks, okay? So we're going to have a topic, and then we're going to read the first question. Honestly, there are certain things that I just want to get out there, so I'm not like being repetitive with the questions and stuff like that. A lot of you guys are always asking me like, what gifts do I have? Like, what you can do to figure out like your own spiritual path or whatever. And all I got to say is, if you're on the Patreon, or better yet, if you're on the Patreon, or if you are on the membership for this channel, you would know what gifts I have. I've spoken about them at length. I personally do not feel comfortable divulging all of it in public in one set video for spiritual reasons, but just know a lot of my gifts have a lot to do with dreams and candles, speaking things into existence, as well as discernment. That's all I'm going to say on that. Shout out to those of you guys, again, that are on the membership, etc. I've also, in passing, said what my gifts are. You can put it all together. You can put it all together. If not, then no, you can't. This is good. I just don't like the nuts. But the chocolate part, I like it a lot. I really just hate nuts and stuff. Like, I really do. Yeah. I don't like that part. This person asked, what would be the best way to start my spiritual journey? You just start. The thing is, when it comes to the whole spiritual journey thing is, I feel like a lot of people make it more serious than it is. Like, yes, it's serious, but it's like, it's just like with anything else. You just do it. Like, it doesn't have to be this big thing. You don't have to go buy a cloak and buy a cauldron or buy tarot cards. And, you just start. What is it that you actually believe in? What is it that you don't believe in? And you go from there, right? Honestly, let's be real, right? You have to start with where your lineage is. Like, you can't just be Haitian and then go dibbling and dabbling in Santeria. Like, that's not how that goes. Like, there's levels to this shit. A lot of you guys are always asking me like, oh, what do I do if I was adopted and I don't know my family? I don't know. Like, I cannot answer that question. Like, I really don't know. Take a DNA test and go from there. I don't know what to tell you. But in most cases, most of y'all know, oh, I'm Brazilian, I'm Portuguese, I'm Austrian, I'm Russian. Like, y'all know where y'all from. So start from there. But even at that, there's a lot of people from those places that do not align with the practices in their specific country. So you have to bite the bullet and connect with family, because I know a lot of people do not connect with their families. They do not resonate with their families. They do not associate with their families. So it's like, oh, I don't talk to my family. It's like, well, you better go find someone to talk to, because I can't answer that question for you. Like, I can't tell you what it is that you should and shouldn't practice. You would know that based on your lineage, right? Like, I know plenty of non-Haitians that actually practice Haitian voodoo, but they've been invited personally, So yeah, there's a lot of levels to this shit. The next snack is tahine. I don't know. It's a little crumbly. Smells like peanuts, though. Is everything gonna have peanuts? I don't like this. Nope. Nope. So fucking absolutely not. Nope. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. Next question. Oh, that was nasty. Do you have a daily spiritual practice? Do you worship any deities/gods? Do you believe that Haitians who are not initiated can serve any loi? So I've talked about this numerous times on this channel. I'm an omnist. I just believe in any and everything. I don't sit there and worship gods. No one in Haitian culture really worships different gods. We have deities and we have loi, Orisha. We don't have gods, and it's not a case of worshiping them. It's more of like working with them and serving them. That's the words that we use. I could tell maybe you don't watch the channel because the verbiage is not verbing. There is no worshiping of different gods. Like, that's not how it goes. We serve loi. And no, I actually do not serve any loi. However, I do practice working with my ancestors, and I do light candles every week. Well, I'm not going to hold you. I've kind of fallen off that regimen. But for the most part, when I'm on my shit, when I'm on my Zoom, I actually do practice lighting candles every week to let them burn throughout the 7 days. Sometimes shorter, just to like cleanse the energy, give an offering to my ancestors and stuff like that. If something's going on, like recently, there was something going on where someone that I know got really sick. So I had to start gambling with my ancestors, like, hello, come help me or whatever. I had to call on certain spirits. And there are times where I do that, but technically I'm not initiated in any practice. And that's why I do not sit there in full-blown practice and full-blown serve. And that goes into the next question. No, you cannot practice Haitian voodoo unless you are fully initiated. Yes, you can call on spirits. Yes, you can deal with different deities. If someone calls on you, you can answer. But it's more than just, let me light a candle and let me light some sage or whatever the hell y'all be thinking y'all doing on TikTok. It's more to serving. And that's why I don't serve, because I'm lazy as shit, okay? Even lighting the candles, like I said, I fell off. I ain't got time, okay? So we're going to try something that looks kind of sweet. This is called XCU. I don't know what this is. I think this supposed to be sour. That's something my man was like, oh my God, hold up. This is like really sour. If any of you guys have ever had a crybaby, that is more sour than a crybaby. Wow, nope. So I'm gonna save these for my man. It looks like there's different flavors of them. Yeah, one. Getting this year, that was sour. He loves sour shit. Let's see if we can take that to my mom loves sour stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can find all of that and give it to them. So next we have an E-ball fruity. Oh my God, something just flicked in my eye. Yeah, but E-ball fruity. Oh, I think this is just hard candy. This tastes really good. I like this. Next question. Have you established a good relationship with your benevolent ancestors? If so, describe how much elevation and peace you've experienced. To be honest with you, I feel like they need my help more than I need theirs. Like the ones that are benevolent, like the ones that literally been doing way too much and that's why they are where they are. It's like I kind of tend to stay away from them unless I'm in like dire need or something. But like I said, I like my candles. I got my little offerings, especially like during Fête Gede by Concert. But there's a lot going on. I might talk about that on my membership, but like, yeah, the way my family set up, these are so good. I'm about to take all them out right now. The way my family set up, a lot of them unfortunately passed away due to very stupid decisions that they've made. And it's like, yeah, I kind of tend to stay away from that. Oh, this is popping candy because nobody got time. Like, it comes to a point where a lot of people think, oh, well, your ancestors are dead or the people are dead. There's nothing they can do. Yes, they can do a lot. Also, their energy is still around and their energy is still very attached to yours. So you have to be very careful having that energy around you, but most importantly, dealing with them on a spiritual level because they could fuck you up. They're still technically human at the end of the day. So it's like, yeah, I kind of stay away from the benevolent ones and the ones that I know need me more than I need them. That's the best way to say that. 2 seconds. I need to grab my table because there's too much going on and I need to I got my little footstool. Shout out to my man. He got me this like years ago. Y'all can't see it, but it's a cute little wooden chair situation that he got us when we were doing a sip of paint for one of our anniversaries. So definitely came in handy. Next question is, I would love to know more about the culture and the heritage of your people. I had who used to teach me some recipes, but she didn't teach me about the culture. Do you have any YouTube videos on this already? I only got like 2 or 3 Haitian recipe videos that was posted like 3, 5, 10 years ago. Let me stop. No, seriously. I have a Haitian mac and cheese recipe somewhere posted, but that's about it. Like, that's completely out of my niche. Like, yeah, I know how to cook and I'm a good ass cook, but it's not something I do on social media. Like, I post my stuff on Instagram once in a while, but this is good. I don't even want to spit it out. Well, I have to keep trying this stuff. Oh, you can bite it. Okay. These are good. I'm gonna buy a pack of these. But yeah, sorry. I don't have any recipes, but just type in Haitian chef. You'll find plenty of people. Next one is, I have a question. I hope I don't sound crazy. What does it mean when you're asleep but woken up with a group of older ladies around your bed singing a song in a different language and you couldn't? Oh, okay, I guess they said, and I couldn't move or talk and it felt like I was being lifted as well. So, I have a brain fart. Well, to be honest, it could be dream hallucination or it could be sleep paralysis. There's different types of sleep paralysis. More than likely, those are ancestors or shadow people or ghosts or whatever, but it could be a positive thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. I would suggest you start praying before you go to bed so things like that don't happen. I have never in my life had sleep paralysis, and I hope I never do, because that shit sounds terrifying. And the idea of not being able to move, but I'm up, but I'm asleep, but I'm up. Absolutely not. Let's try these poppies. Oh, half of this is like stuck together. Hold on. This is gut. This is better than our Pop Rocks. Oh, this is cola flavor. This is actually gut. I'm gonna finish this another time. They have another flavor of these. I'm not gonna really try them. All right, so next question we have is, do you have a daily practice? Do you have to worry about employer? Okay, do you have a daily practice? Honestly, no. Just maybe words of affirmation like I'm the shit. I'm the shit and I'm the shit. But not really. Do you worry about employers, students, parents learning about your spiritual path? Do you have, there's a lot of questions in here. So let's answer that one. To be honest, no. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I really don't care. At the end of the day, I'm gifted and God gave me gifts for a reason. The ancestors gave me gifts for a reason and I'm going to use them. I'm going to share my knowledge with the world. Also, a lot of my content isn't really pertinent to me except for the content on my Patreon and my membership. Like, I don't really speak about my personal journey publicly like that. I'm just giving advice on y'all's. So, oh shit, I don't remember. This is called an ETC. Y'all, I know I'm butchering everything. Look at that. Cookie biscuit. I like this. I like that one. Okay, turkey. Let's have this next. This is tofita yummy. I really know I'm saying all this wrong and somebody's like probably punching the screen right now, but I apologize. I was not about to look up how to speak Turkish before I did this. Like, I wasn't. I can't even say half the things in Creole correct. Oh, okay. Is this gum? It's giving Starburst. Yeah. That's good. This might be my favorite. Next to that hard candy. That's good. It's a vibe. And they have an orange flavor. It looks like a cherry flavor. I should add the cherry first. I think this was strawberry. I love cherry flavored stuff, so let's drink some water. Next question. Do you have a favorite piece of fictional media that depicts Haitian people and their spirituality and equality in an offensive way? I love your channels. Thank you. To be honest, no. People always talking shit about Haiti. They're always trying to over dramatize the voodoo situation and just Haitians as a whole. So no, I don't. And I don't think there really is one that exists, to be quite honest with you. Maybe in the future. Next, we have a Choco Star or a Cocoa Star. To be honest, I know I'm not going to like this because I don't like coconut and chocolate, but I'm going to try it anyway just to give it a chance. Maybe I'll like this one. I just don't like coconut in general, but coconut and chocolate I really don't like. I already knew I was going to like it. It's not nasty. I just don't like chocolate and coconut. Next, we have Cocoa Prince. I don't know what that is, but growing up with gifts you were never taught about by family. Rather, the universe found a way to put certain info and media in front of you as a child. How does one hone those gifts as an adult? More so speaking on the clairs, being conjurer, sorcerer, or any other title that may describe the gifts one has. I've thought about sending in stories to share as well. So, fun fact, right? I realized my parents been telling me I was gifted my whole life. I just didn't understand the translation of what the hell they were saying. And I just never really read too much into it until it started to really affect my everyday life. People started passing away. I was able to see them. That's when it was like, yo, I need answers and I need answers now, right? I went and I sought that information. To be honest with you, if I was like super duper Christian or super duper Muslim or Judaist or, you know, like if I had nothing to do with it and I renounced my Haitian culture, my parents would have never told me shit. Okay, I know that for a fact. My bad, I didn't know I was supposed to eat this together. It's like a cookie sandwich vibe. I'm gonna eat this anyway. That's good. Has a chocolate filling. Y'all like chocolate, huh? Wow. This is good. I'm gonna save it for later. Wow. This is like really good. This might be my favorite like cookie vibe. That was good. I about got crumbs on me. Y'all probably laughing at me and shit. Snacks is hitting. Honestly though, to be real, like I also feel like a lot of people be thinking they have gifts just because they keep watching a bunch of stuff, right? Like they'll watch stuff like the and Behind Her Eyes or all of these Netflix things and think, oh, I have the same gifts. It's like, no, you might just be highly sensitive, right? You might just have like, what's the word? You might just have like really strong sense of empathy or whatever. That doesn't mean you necessarily have gifts. I don't go around talking about I have gifts. Honestly, I only talk about it when someone asks me or if I can help someone or again, when you like one of you guys write in your stories. But for the most part, it's like you gotta just figure out what the gift is and go from there. I will say the people around you, the neighborhood you live in and things like that can be an asset or a liability. I've known people that had to move away completely because of the gifts they had because it was dangerous for them to have those gifts. Ooh, this is like featuring. So I will say, like, legit, just figure out what you have and go from there. It's the best thing that I can go from. And honestly, like, so many things on the internet now and so many sources, but at the same time, you have to know how to vet those sources because a lot of people just be talking shit. And a lot of people just be posting to post. And a lot of people do post things that are intentionally misleading, especially Haitians. Like, Haitians will fuck around, be talking about spirit, and then use a completely different vague. And it's funny as hell. It's like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I've done it before, too. Because it's like, we can't let everybody know all our secrets. But there's ways to discern. And mind you, I'm just talking about voodoo, right? There's so many other things out there. So many different spiritual practices and ancestral practices that there are legit information out there about. So honestly, figure out your gifts, figure out your lineage, talk to your family, and go from there. All right. Now, these are good. These are better than peach rings. They taste natural. I hope they're not because I just realized that these are not peach rings. These are actually orange. And I'm allergic to oranges. So I'm not going to take another bite out of that. But I got to make sure. I don't know if this is real oranges or artificial oranges because real oranges will fucking make me sick. But fake orange and orange flavor won't do nothing to me. So let me just stop eating right there. Oranges make me throw up. They give me a rash. So let me just stop because I actually have a shift to work in a few hours. So we're down to the last bit of snacks. We have 3 more. Well, technically 2 more after this one. We have cracks, dahi, really. I'm not about to try. These look like cheese sticks or something like that. That's what it's giving. There's a picture of cheese on them. Next question is how do a person figure out what spiritual practice aligns with their blood lineage? Y'all love asking me this. I might just make a dedicated video to this topic because it's like, you don't. I know nobody likes that answer, but you're going to have to find your family or at least figure out where you're from. Like, figure out, like, okay, if I was adopted, I'm from Scotland or, like, I'm 80% Nigerian, whatever. You got to go that way because there's no other way. But, I mean, since you're from America, well, I mean, I'm just making an assumption, right? Like, say if you live in America, there are, like, homegrown practices like Voodoo. Oh, this is good. What else? Witchcraft, stuff like that. Like, there are some practices that are very, like, universal. So it's like, I mean, those are options. It's just, like, the closed practices are closed. So it's like, you don't want to, oh, well, I think I'm Puerto Rican. Oh, well, I think I'm Russian. Oh, well, I think I'm from Greenland. And then you out here dibbling and dabbling shit you shouldn't be dibbling and dabbling in. So first step, figure out who you are. Figure out who your family is. Figure out what their practices are. I'm going to take this to work with me. Snack on the train, baby. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take this little cookie back. All right. Now, this person, okay, been a subscriber forever. I don't want to put her name out there because she probably doesn't want this out there. Sent me a host of questions pertaining to a personal issue, right? So, how do you feel about this shift happening with people connecting more to their roots? I absolutely love it. And I feel like it's going to allow people to move with intention on this earth. I am sick and tired of people just doing things to do things and just doing things because they think it's popular or just doing things because, you know, like, yeah. So honestly, I love it. It'd be so good for a lot of people because there's going to be people out there that are tapping into their roots and tapping into their practices who are going to use that for bad. But I mean, that's with anything, is it not? Next one, your first ever spiritual awakening experience. I think I already did a video about that. It's probably titled something along the lines of my first Haitian voodoo encounter or something like that. I already did a video about that. It was like the burning chickens in the building or whatever the case may be. But that's the thing. I can't put my finger on if that was the first one or if it was when my uncle was being chased by the burning chickens crossing the street. Whichever one, both of those stories definitely had that happen around the same time. But I just don't remember. But those are my earliest memories of like being like close to Haitian voodoo and being like, oh shit, I'm awake. Like, oh shit, like I can see stuff, you know? So you guys can feel free to watch those videos. They're going to be linked down below. The funny thing is, like, when I do videos on this channel, like, especially when it comes to story times, I change the details a lot. So funny enough, there is actually a podcast, like one of those spooky podcasts that reached out to me to retell that story with the burning chickens and my uncle or whatever. And I basically told the real version of the story on there. So look out for that. Hopefully it's done in a couple of like months because I filmed that like back in the summer. And it's interesting because it's like, I made sure I put that little tidbit. Hopefully they put it in there. Like, listen, all my stories change details. Like, realistically, it wasn't really my uncle. Okay, it was somebody else. So yeah, like I change a lot of details for my stories. So this is ulker cremali sandwich. So I think it's giving a cream sandwich cookie. These are good. I like those. Damn, maybe I'll take these. Honestly, these is rocking. Also one of my faves. And then let's read the next question. Repercussions of putting souls in a jar. Why have I never done story times about people putting motherfuckers in a jar? Now, funny enough, right? Haitians love to talk about, oh, keep fucking with me, I'm gonna put you in a jar. It's always, I'm gonna turn you into a goat or I'm gonna put you in a jar. And a lot of people be thinking it's a joke, right? A lot of people be thinking like when Haitians joke around about that, that like we just be saying it. No, Haitians really do be having souls in a jar. It's just, there's a process to it. Not everybody can do it. And it could be a very, very dangerous thing to do if, one, the jar breaks, two, they come to retrieve, like whoever it is comes to retrieve their soul, or three, that person passes away and then it's like they don't have their soul. It's like, it's a lot that goes into the souls in a jar situation. The only people that I've known to actually do that have been Bokors, Mumbos, and Ogons. But I do know there are some regular people out there that really got souls in their closet in a jar, like, or in a little whatever. And it's like, child, I just don't want it to happen to me, baby. I don't want it to happen to me. From what I understand, according to my parents, like, due to the gifts that I have in my lineage, that cannot happen to me, thank God. But people around me are not immune. So I be trying my hardest to, like, really help my friends and family and stuff. Because I'm like, yo, you don't want to get your soul in a jar. But the thing is, like, playing with someone's soul, right? Turning them to a zombie, stuff like that. Like, that's typically, like, you gotta do some real fucked up shit. Like, nobody's gonna do that to you unless you really did some real fucked up shit. Because at that point, unless that person is just a malefactor, they're just a bad person, they just like to wreak havoc. Like, nobody's about to go and, like, do something that heinous to someone just because. So I'm not saying that people that have their souls in jars deserve it. But it's like, when it comes to stuff like that, you gotta really know the context, right? So for those of you guys on my membership, y'all know that my uncle passed away. He doesn't have his soul. It's a whole thing. My aunt showed up to me, talk about something. I need to light a candle for him. And I'm like, From what I understand, he wasn't a great person. Like, literally to the point where his daughter didn't pay a dime for the funeral. My mom started cussing me out because I didn't want to give any money for the funeral. But it's like, I don't have a relationship with him. Yes, he's family, but I don't know what extent of life, what he was doing that warranted, like, literally nobody to care to put a dime into his funeral. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Again, if you're on the Patreon, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think the video about how my mom, like, basically, like, went off on me for not wanting to put money into my uncle's funeral is up on the membership. I'm going to try to put it up, but yeah, there's a lot, okay, that goes into this. Wow, this smells great. This is like a pizza cracker thing, and I love pizza. So, wow, it's literally called Itty Pizza Cracker. If Fasan said, Yanny. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. Wow. I like these too. Have another one. Oh, well. I'm putting all these back in here. I'm probably snack on these later with my man. Gotta make him eat these. Daddy gonna love these snacks. Yes, I call my man daddy, and there's always people like, oh my God, you call your man daddy? Listen, when your man actually provides, daddy, baby. That's not the point. Wow, that's good. That was good. All right, let's get into the rest of these questions. Do you know anything about zombie contracts? Yes. Kind of similar to the jar thing, except for, well, no, yeah, very similar to the jar thing in a general sense, right? It depends. Somebody could be turned into a zombie because they did a heinous act. Same thing with the whole putting a soul in a jar. However, a lot of people do make zombie contracts. For example, right? Part of the reason I don't know whether or not to help my uncle is because he apparently willingly gave his soul because he was sick and people was after him and all types of shit. So he took his soul out of him, like he gave it to the book, or was it an Ogon? It was an Ogon or Bokor, so that they could protect it, heal him, and keep it safe. Unfortunately, the bandits came, they took all the land, they destroyed the fucking village or whatever. So he ends up going to Oka, he gets sick and he dies without his soul being given back to him. So now it's this whole thing where it's like, see, now that's what I've been told. I'm very sure the story is going to keep changing and changing and changing. But yeah, some people do make zombie contracts because at the end of the day, without your soul, you're a zombie. And that's just what it is, which means you are easily manipulated. You are going to be easily controlled, and whoever it is that has your soul can manipulate you and do whatever it is that they want to you. Most of the time, this is not voluntary. However, some people do willingly go and give their souls up in order to be healed. Now, I don't know what, have I made a video about this? Nope. I think I should. I'm added to the list of videos to make. Zombie contracts are actually very, very common. But personally, I've only heard about people doing them in healing purposes or like to protect someone from attacking them, right? To protect someone from coming along and taking what's most precious to them. Like, Haitians aren't afraid of dying. They're afraid of being a zombie. They're afraid of, like, literally being buried and resurrected and being forced to work on someone's farm against their will. They're honestly more concerned of not being able to enjoy their time in the afterlife. Most Haitians are not afraid of dying at all. I guarantee you losing their soul is way more important to them and is something they think about way more than, you know, anything else, right? So I would say if you know somebody that's involved in that, they got to figure it out before they pass away, because from what I understand, I don't think. I need to look into this because I'm not big on the soul thing. Lately, I've had to, like, do my little research on it. But from what I understand, when you don't have your soul and you die, it's like extremely difficult to get it back at that point because it's like you're dead. Like you won't put a soul into a dead body. But it's like basically there's a disconnect, right? Like you're dead, but you have an essence, but you don't have your Timon Ange, right? That's what it's called. You don't have your good angel with you. You don't have your soul. So it's like, I don't know how that works. I don't. So last one. What was your first spiritual dream like? My first spiritual dream was actually me falling asleep. And obviously, like I woke up, but I woke up in the dream. And then I stepped out into my living room and it was like a farm, but it was like a Haitian farm. And I don't remember if at the time I had just went to Haiti or I was going to go to Haiti. I don't remember. Actually, I don't think I had went to Haiti yet. I was like a kid. And it was like, it looked like I was in Haiti and it was like all these farm animals that were like on this row and they were like clapping for me. They were like, yeah, woo. Like it was so weird. And like they were playing with me and mind you, these are animals, okay? They were playing with me. They gave me food. They made me drinks. And I remember being like in and out of sleep. Like I would go to sleep and the dream would resume immediately. It wouldn't be like I had to think or do whatever. Like it would be like I go to sleep, knock out, wake up, I'm having this dream, right? Like it was a very interesting dream. I'm trying to clean myself up. There's a lot going on. I eat like a baby if y'all don't know. I really do. Like every time I go out to eat with my man, he's always like cleaning me up and stuff because like I'm a baby. Okay. But yeah, like that's the most I remember about that dream. I feel like I went to Haiti shortly after that. Or vice versa. Nonetheless, it was an interesting dream. I felt like I was being like uplifted in a way. It was fun. Like people was out here like bringing me food and, you know, and I actually felt full. So this is something a lot of Haitians talk about all the time as well. Like if you eat in a dream, well, in our culture, unless in my family anyway, right? You eat in a dream, like you're actually fed. There's been lots of stories of Haitians coming out like, listen, they don't starve because their parents or their elders or their ancestors or past people that have passed away in the village are feeding them in their sleep. And I've had these dreams before. I've had these dreams numerous times where it's like after someone passes away or when someone's about to pass away, it's like I'm at a party in my sleep, but I'm eating. And I obviously didn't eat because I'm asleep, but I wake up and I'm full. So I've been having those dreams all my life. Especially there was a time where I was like so depressed I couldn't eat. So I was eating in my dreams, but I would wake up full and I was fine. So yeah, that's another topic. Let me actually make sure. Let me add this to my video ideas because, child, there's a lot that goes into that. Yeah, all right. So I just added that to my list. Zombie contracts, souls in jars, eating in dreams, okay? I'm probably going to film one of those now. I was going to film a KrikKrakCOZ, but unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough battery power on my mic to do so. For some reason, my mic just hasn't been charging. So I'm not even about to fight with it. I'm just going to use it until it stops working. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for asking those questions. I hope you guys learned something from them. I hope the eating wasn't too distracting, but who cares? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Shout out to all y'all on the membership and the Patreon. I love you guys so very much. With that being said, I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.